The overarm throw is a fundamental movement skill that is a skeletal-muscular action that allows us to exert power to assist in a throwing action. Once this skill is developed, it can be used for a variety of future sports and physical activities, such as netball, basketball, rugby, and baseball. Due to this, it is important to learn the skill correctly, safely, and accurately for the future sports. The overarm throw is essential for students' learning and movement and can greatly improve all areas of health. It improves physical health through working towards improving muscle strength, motor skills, coordination, and balance. As this skill can be further used in sports, this enables students to participate in social activities where students can develop supportive social networks and learn social skills such as effective communication and the importance of teamwork. By participating in physical activity, it can assist in the release of endorphins into the body, which are hormones that increase feelings of happiness and can greatly improve an individual's mental well-being. Overall, a simple skill can significantly, over time, improve an individual's physical, social, and mental health. This fundamental movement skill is recommended to be introduced to students in Year 1. These students should be given a subtle introduction to develop the basics of the skill during this time. It is best to start off students by using equipment that is easy to handle and manage, such as a small beanbag. It is best to start off with this as it has a defining texture that can assist students who may have sensory processing disorders to feel more engaged in the activity and be more included. Another benefit of starting off with a beanbag is that it cannot go far or roll and is soft, so it will reduce possible injuries if someone accidentally gets hit by one. As students become more confident with the skill, teachers can begin to introduce different throwing materials and begin to throw more complex items such as a vortex and use the skill in class games. By Year 4, students should be mastering the skill and be able to carry it out appropriately, but you have to remember all individuals develop at different rates and will have different skills at this time. During this time, students should be able to perform all the fundamental movement skills steps, as well as be able to throw equipment towards a target or goal effectively and safely. The overarm throw is constructed of multiple key features that need to be performed to execute the skill. Teachers should begin by asking the students to pick up a beanbag. This wording should be used to assist in avoiding confusion around dominant and non-dominant throwing arms, as students will usually subconsciously choose their preferred arms. When students are learning the overarm throw, it is important that the teacher not only uses visual cues to demonstrate the steps, but also to use verbal cues. Clear instructional cues can be used to easily break up the steps. Such turns and steps that could be used are side on, arm bent, aim at target, push past ear, released, follow through, and collect. There are major points of this fundamental movement skill. These specific steps include: first step, students are asked by teachers to stand side on to their target. Second step, throwing arm should be placed to the back with a slight bend of the elbow with ball in hand. Third step, the other arm not in use should be pointed out straight to the front and be extended towards a target. This is an example of how a student's arms should be positioned prior to actually throwing the ball. Fourth step, students should then throw the ball, making sure to push past the ear in the direction of the target. Fifth step, students should continue to push through, releasing the ball once the throwing arm is fully extended. The sixth step involves following through after the release of the ball. This is done by grazing the arm to the opposite side of the knee. The final step also involves the collection of materials. The way a teacher positions themselves while teaching the fundamental movement skill is essential for the student or child to be able to fully grasp and learn the skill. A teacher should stand side on to the student so they have a full view of what the student is doing and can correct or assist them if needed. If the teacher is on this side, they will also be in a safe area where they are unlikely to be hit by the ball that is being thrown by the student. The teacher should not stand right in front of the student when doing the overarm throw, as this can be invasive to their space and may be seen as intimidating to the student, impacting on their ability to perform their skill. The teacher should also not stand behind them or on a student's non-dominant side, as the teacher is unable to see students' proper technique for the fundamental movement skill. After teaching this skill, some common errors that may arise are: Error 1 involves not following through. The teacher should re-show the importance of following through past the ear and continue to follow through towards the opposite knee to try and correct this error. The second error involves throwing wide and not pushing the ball past the ear. This can be corrected by the teacher re-showing and reenacting the importance of the ball going past the ear and physically showing and giving cues to the student to help correct the error. Error 3 involves feet not positioned side-on from the target. To assist a student with this error, a teacher could use the rubber dots to help visually show students where their feet should be positioned when doing the overarm throw. Error number 4 involves not pointing at target. A teacher could show and reinforce the importance of pointing and may even give students a goal to aim towards to help give them a visual cue to help correct this error. There are many key things teachers must do when teaching this skill. A teacher should talk simply and clearly so students are more able to understand what they have to do for the task. A teacher must also understand that all students learn differently, so they should also include different visual cues and demonstrations when teaching students. This can help give students a visual guide in how to complete the skill and assist in their understanding. It's also important for teachers to provide constructive feedback to students. Some examples of constructive feedback include giving positive and encouraging feedback, saying how and what they did well in the fundamental movement skill, and then explain in an uplifting way areas that they could improve in to help strengthen the skill later on. Once this skill has been mastered by the children, it can be used in a variety of different games. A major one that could be used to help test accuracy is involving a target. For younger year levels, a target can be more larger. However, for older children, an actual target can be used for an activity to test and strengthen their skills and take it into a more real setting. Students should use the overarm throw to try and get the ball into or at a specific target. Here is an example of a target setup. Thank you for watching our video about the key steps and information about the fundamental movement skill, the overarm throw.